السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا زدنا علما. ربي يسر ولا تعسر. ربي وتمم بالخير. اللهم اجعل القرآن ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا اللهم آمين. Alhamdulillah, we are going to start uh, today's session, and almost we are going towards the end of this course in next couple of weeks. And now, after doing a lot of work like surf part, nahv part, fragments, and practicing on the surah, now we are able to just ending this course by doing some advanced topics. And last week and yesterday we finished types of ma. And today we are going to start another topic that is very interesting and very important, and it will help us, inshallah, to understand Quran more clearly. And the topic name is Al-Muta'addi bil Harf, the transitive by using harf. Because this is the topic, Al-Muta'addi bil Harf, the transitive by using harf. So before starting this topic, it is very important that we have to look up some important uh, terminology we should know that so that we can understand this topic easily. So the terminologies which are important to understand this topic, we already touched those terminologies before, but let us look at them again so that we should recall them, and then it will be easy for us to understand this topic, that is al-mutaaddi bil harf, the transitive by using harf. The first prerequisite for this, we have been using this passive verb and passive voice. Just like example, we have fa'ala, the passive, this is active verb. And when it is, we want to make passive verb, that is called fi'il majhul, fu'ila. Similarly, fataha, futiha. And word majhul mean it is same like jahil, majhul. We are ignorant about something. So what is, and when we do the active sentence and passive sentence, the passive sentence basically, the doer is not known. So we are jahil about doer in the passive verb. That's why passive sentence, and that is called passive. Let's see uh, a sentence into the passive voice. Let's see active sentences. He opened the door. And we know that in English, the passive voice for he opened the door will be the door was opened. And clearly you can understand about the majhul. In the active voice, doer is he. And when we made it passive voice, so it become the door was open. So the doer, he is not there now. So here the what is basically majhul or passive is the doer is passive. So in Arabic, fatahal baba, he opened the door. And when we make it passivize, so it will become futihal babu. We know about this because in passivize, while making the passivize, there should be a naibul file, and naibul file, there will be a naibul file, and that will be marfu. That's why al baba becomes al babu. So futihal babu. So this is the simple concept. We spent time on this before, so that just to recall. So fatahal baba, futihal babu. He opened the door was open, and in passive voice, doer is not known. This is the one terminology that we should have in our mind. Let's go to the second part. The second terminology, which we have already discussed in types of maf'ul, mafa'il chapter, and that is maf'ul bihi. Maf'ul bihi, in English we say direct object. Basically, what is maf'ul bihi? It, when you see a sentence and it raises a question that is not complete, and it raises the question of who, or when the question is raised about who or what action, then we need to put a maf'ul, and that maf'ul is called maf'ul bihi. Like khalaqa, he created. It's a sentence, there is no problem. But here the question arises, he created what? He so khalaqal insana. So here al insana is maf'ul bihi. So first is passive, second is maf'ul bihi. It answers the question who or what action, who or what action. Then this answers, and this is called maf'ul bihi. So next is, before go to the next term, just let us look at some sentences here. We have two type of sentences. If we just look over that, he opened, he helped, he ate. And one thing we see, he fasted. There is no problem. Yes, these are just the sentences. What is the purpose of these sentences? To make them in two categories. If you see here, he opened. So here it raises a question. He opened what? If you just look at the second sentence, he helped home. Again, it raises the question of he helped home. And whenever a sentence raises a question about who or what, then that needs maf'ul bihi. We are aware about it. So he opened what? He opened the door. He helped he helped his friend. Okay, next, similarly, he ate what? He ate food, he ate banana. So okay, yes, these sentences were raising a question of who or what. So, and to answer that who and what, we need maf'ul bihi, direct object, maf'ul bihi. Now the same thing, we if look at other sentences, he slept. Okay, he slept. We understood it. It does not generate any question about who or what. He stood up. Yes, clearly understandable. And that it does not raise any question. It is not generating any question about who and what. It means there is no need. It is not asking for maf'ul bihi. It does not need maf'ul bihi. He fasted. Okay, he fasted. That's it. This is one difference, that it needs maf'ul. It raises a question. It does not the second type does not basically need the maf'ul bi. There is another thing here. He opened, and if we want to make it passivized, so it can be he was opened. Yes, that makes sense. He was opened. He helped. He was helped. And if we will go to the second part, he slept. Okay, if we try to make the passivized, he was slept, does not make any sense. He fasted, he was fasted. So here, when the direct object was needed, we can make passivized easily. When it is not raising any question about who or what, it cannot make passivized as well. So we can here, direct object is needed, and we can make passivized easily. Here, there is no need of object. Direct object, when I say direct object, mean maf'ul bihi. I should use the terminology maf'ul bihi. So there is no need. It is not asking. It is not any maf'ul bihi. Even I put here, he slept bed. It does not make any sense. He slept bed. It is wrong. So similarly, he fasted. So it is not these sentence, red text. They are not taking maf'ul bi, and they cannot be changed into passivized. So let's go to the next now. From these two types, let's here, the first terminology is al-fi'lul muta'addi, transitive verb. Now, what are the transitive verbs? So let us try to define here, and now it will be easily understandable to us by taking those examples. That transitive, now we have transitive verb can take maf'ul bihi. So when I say now the topic is here, just to understand that this is the third terminology, passivize, maf'ul bihi, and now we are going to learn fail mutaddi. Still, we have not started about our main topic. To understand the main topic, we should be aware of these terms. So we are just building some bricks, and then we will join all those bricks, and then it will be easy for us to understand the main topic. So first thing is what is al-fi'l muta'addi? In English, it is called transitive verb, and transitive verbs can take maf'ul bihi. Transitive verb can be changed to passivize. Yes, when there is a need of, when the transitive verb, when they need maf'ul bihi comes, when there is a when they generate the question about who or what, then maf'ul bihi is needed. If maf'ul bihi it can take maf'ul bihi. What does it mean? That it can change into passivize. Such verbs are called fi'l al-muta'addi, transitive verb. And if we recall, during some time when we were doing the level 1, 2, and 3, and some of the verb we were doing, yes, they have the madi, they have mudare, amar, nahi, they have the file, but maf'ul, nor we skip. There was no maf'ul for those verbs, like qama, he stood, qaimun, and similarly nama, yanamu, naimun, we never have seen about the maf'ul. So those type of they are not transitive, and remaining all those, whenever we see file and maf'ul was there. So what is transitive verb? Transitive verb can take maf'ul bihi, and transitive verb can change to passivize. Like nasara. Nasara means he helped, and it is also raising a question. He helped whom? It means it takes the it can take maf'ul bihi. Easily. He was helped. So nasara, fataha, akala, all these are transitive verb, means al-fi'lul muta'addi. Transit number. So how we remember transitive verb or fi'lul muta'addi? They can take maf'ul bihi. Number two, they can change into passive voice. Example, we have nasara, nusira, fataha, futiha, akala, ukila. Like akala, he ate. He ate what? Akala ta'ama, he ate food. Fataha, he opened. He opened what? Fataha al-baba. So here, these are maf'ul bihi here. They are taking maf'ul bihi home, bab, at-ta'am. And they can be easily changed into passive voice. Now, what is opposite of that? That is intransitive. Al-fi'lul lazim. Like I was saying that when we were skipping the maf'ul with them, like karuma, nama, qama, and there was no maf'ul for them. Similarly, in level 3, there are some. So what will be intransitive verb? Intransitive verb cannot take maf'ul bihi. And if they are, why they are not taking maf'ul bi? Why they cannot take maf'ul bi? Because they are not generating any question about what are whom. What are who means no need of maf'ul bihi. And if they cannot take, so transitive verb cannot be changed into passive voice. So there will be no ismul maf'ul, like qama, he stood up. Okay, no, he slept, nama, he slept. We understand that. But if you say he slept bad, that does not make any sense. He sat down. Okay, he came. So this is just what we have covered so far here. We are going, basically our main topic is al mutaaddi bil harf, the transitive by using harf. Before we can do this to main topic, first we have to understand all this. We already covered these things before, but this is the right time to recall all these terminologies. And what are those terminologies? Number one is passivize. How to make passivize? Fatah al-baba, futih al-baba. In pacified, doer is not known. This is very important concept. Majhul, jahil. So we are jahil in case basically the doer is, we are not aware about the doer in the passive. Second thing is maf'ul bihi. It answers the question of who and what. Okay. And we have seen after that there are two type of sentences can come here. One type of sentence need any maf'ul bihi. So if they take maf'ul bihi, it's mean they can be changed into passive voice, and such verbs are called transitive verb, and which does not take maf'ul bihi and they cannot change into passive voice. They are called fi'lul lazim or intransitive verb. So before I go to the next, so let me just I need some participation from the class so that I should know that I'm not just talking to my screen. Let me ask question from Daniel.
Yes.
Daniel, can you, if I ask you that, what is the difference between transitive and intransitive verb?
So transitive verbs, you can like they can take maf'ul and they can also be changed into passive voice.
They can take maf'ul bihi, use the term maf'ul bihi. There are
Okay.
many more. Okay.
They can take maf'ul bihi and they can also be changed to passive voice. But
Okay.
intransitive cannot do that. So because transitive verbs, what they do, they don't answer the question like by themselves. Like you have to have a maf'ul to answer the question.
Yeah, basically. And intransitive verb, what do we say in Arabic?
فعل اللازم and transitive is فعل المتعدي.
Muta'addi. And they does not take fi'l azam. So because they does not generate any question. So what are the example like for
For
fi'l muta'addi?
transitive, نصر, نصر, which changes to نصرة, فتح, which changes to فتح, and أكل, which changes to أكل.
And for fi'l lazam like
قام, نام, جلس, أتى.
and many more. There will be that there's no need of maf'ul bi because they are not generating any who or what question, and they can, of course, and they cannot change into uh, a passive voice. So now the question is, now we are going towards the topic that how then now question how to change al-fi'lul lazim to al-fi'lul muta'addid. How to change intransitive verb to transitive verb. It is just first of all, let's take just a normal example that he sat. Okay, he sat on the the chair. He sat the chair. I am just he sat. Okay, it is fi'lul lazim. It is intransitive. If I put here, he's as point of English point of view.
No.
No,
Yes.
harf is required.
He sat. So there will be needed something. So what is the mistake here? How you will correct this?
On.
On.
He sat
He
on
sat on. That on. This is what basically that on is harf. And now you can understand al mutaaddi bil harf. How to change fi'l lazim to fi'l mutaaddi. Similarly, in Arabic, if you say jalasa al kursiyu, it does not make any sense. He sat the chair. Jalasa al kursi, he sat the chair. It does not make any sense. So it cannot be made into mutaaddi. How we can make from English? Just when we put the English sentence there, and we knew that there is a mistake here, that mistake is of preposition, that we have to add some preposition, harf there, then it will be correct. And also similarly here, so what will be the change here, brother Hamid Naim, if in Arabic, Jalasa al kursiyu. Okay, in English you say that he sat on the chair. So
So
what
you
we
have
need to
to
do?
combine it. He jalasal kursiyu.
How you correct the English sentence? By putting
Is a preposition.
preposition, that is called harf. So
Yeah.
same thing will be needed in Arabic. So it's
So,
mean that if we just add on here, so it's mean there is something needed here. Even
oh,
you are saying to combine it,
yeah.
that is nothing. That is so we need. So here when we put, because I just translated this word, jalasa al kursiyu, he sat the chair, and just
Jalasa.
question raised that, oh, it's the wrong sentence, it does not make any sense. And how to make it sensible? Just
Yeah.
you are saying that put the on here, that on is harf, preposition. And same in Arabic, we have to put some preposition here, and that is what? Ala. On is
Allah.
ala, the same concept as he sat on the chair. So whenever we want to change fi'lul lazim to fi'lul mutaaddi, so what we have to do? We can change lazim to mutaaddi by using preposition harf, and then it means it can now then make it passivized because already maf'ul. Now in this case, jalasa alal kursiyu. So now here jalasa kursiyu was not right. That was wrong. So how to make it right? How to change fi'lul lazim to fi'lul mutaaddi? We have to add a harf, and then it will make a sense. And now it is he sat on the chair. Will be he here now? Alal kursi. Alal kursi. This complete is now, it is act as a, this is jar majroor, yes, but it act as maf'ul bihi here. So this is how to change fi'lul lazim to fi'lul mutaaddi, intransitive to transitive, by using harf, by using preposition. We can use English, that yes, it is pointed out clearly, oh, this is a mistake, and here not, basically it was intransitive, so it needs preposition to correct it. So similarly here we need ala. Now it is taking the maf'ul bihi, and that maf'ul bihi is not simple, it is by adding harf. And now maf'ul bihi is, yes, it seems as jar majroor, but it can act like maf'ul bihi. Jalasa alal kursi, he sat on the chair. And what will be passivized of that he sat on the chair? Chair was sat on. So in Arabic, it will be julisa alal kursiyu. So here, he sat on the chair. Jalasa alal kursiyu. Julisa alal kursiyu. Chair was sat on. And if we have sometime when we are doing this passivized, the first terminology I used about passive is majhul. Majhul mean it is coming from jahil. What is the basically that point? That doer is not known. So in passivized sentence, doer is not known. That's why here, if you look at that, the chair was sat on. I know that while doing this, because of our English knowledge. In English, it makes sense that like he wrote a letter was written by him. But here in passivized, it does not make sense here. So it will be Julisa alal kursiyu. Chair was sat on, and this is fi'lul. This will be fi'lul. Uh, this is passivized in that case. Yes, I think I heard there are some questions. First, Zainab.
So you know how when we turn like the sentence خلق الإنسان, when we turn it past we do خلق الإنسان. Why don't we
Yes.
do that for like
Okay. Just
and
repeat this again. Repeat. It's very important.
like
Hello.
when we pacify the sentence like خلق الإنسان, he created human or the human create when we pacifize this we go خلق الإنسان. Why don't we do that here? Like it's only جلس على الكرسي. Why isn't it جلس على الكرسي?
Okay. First thing, let me try to answer your question. First thing, that khalaqa insana, that is already what? that is transitive or intransitive? That is transitive.
That's transitive.
Okay. And whenever we make the simple passive voice there, what we have to do, we have basically a doer have to be unknown, and then naibul file, there will be na. First it was khalaqal insana. Yes, khalaqal insana. Khalaqal insana. Insana is there is like maf'ul bihi. When you are changing into passive voice, doer will be unknown, and that insana will be act as naibul. That will be naibul file, and naibul file will be marfu.
Mm.
So here we are adding a word. So jalasa alal to make it. To make it that what we are doing, that we are putting, what is first we are doing actually, how to change failul lazim to failul mutaaddi, this is a question. And then within the next step we can make it make the passive voice for that. So first of all we are changing lazim to mutaaddi. Why we are, how we can change lazim to mutaaddi? By adding harf. By adding harf. So harf, when you add here, because in he sat on the chair, alal kursi. So now it is the complete sign. Now it is mutaaddi, and the maf'ul, this will act as alal kursi, complete maf'ul. And similarly here for making passive voice, so it will be julisa alal kursi. Can we write alal kursi you?
I don't know.
How come? Because this ala is what?
So you're saying that because Adal Kursiyu is already a maf'ul, we
Yes.
don't put in a Kursiyu because that would
This
be
is
for
jar
nothing.
majroor basically, jar majroor basically. So it will not, this Allah will not allow us to make it kursi you. And there
Oh,
was a
okay.
problem. There was a problem in this sentence. First of all, it was not able. It was not able to make it first lazam, lazam to mutaaddi. For lazam to mutaaddi, we just put ala there. And Allah is, we know that Allah will not allow that. But in simple case, like I already said, that fatahal baba, he opened the door. But when we change into passive voice, that will be futihal babu.
Okay.
Okay. Brother Hamad.
Yeah, I actually had exactly the same question that she raised, but there's two different rules in the same sentence, like Julisa with the idle file in Mafu status, and there is an jar. So basically, two rules fighting with each other. So which one to basically we can't call this one when it is basically used as a passive voice, as a muhallan marfu, or
You are right.
right?
Yeah,
Muhallan.
you are right there. Got it.
Yeah.
So it is not this. So thank you, Brother Hamad. So I think we have time finished, but the topic is not finished. Inshallah, we will continue. We will learn more thing, and we will just take some examples from Quran that how this mutaaddi bil harf will be used there. Over to you, Dr. Zafar, for next.